Monday it is. We are in a beautiful country called South Africa, even in the best city, Cape Town. And today we decided to bring you like an extraordinary treat. Extra treat. Peace ambassador, chef, hopefully for me one day. Yeah, nah, just a good side of the dish. Pilot. What else do you say about someone like this? A father figure,
Yes.
spreading peace.
Peace ambassador, inspirational speaker.
He travels more than a rock star,
Yes.
country to country.
artist.
I feel
As
like,
himself more than most rock stars.
dude, I feel like we should just help for him. Just one mountain, yeah, nah, just be like, hello, welcome to Africa, Prem Rawat. Hello, 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 hello. How? One,
Yes.
two, 1, 2, 1, 2. Ow, ow, ow! Prem,
Okay, that's enough howling.
Dad, okay. Got it. Prem, welcome to Wild Wise Woman Show, man. How you doing?
I am good, and thank you for having me on the show. I look forward to watching all this wild stuff happen.
Prem, you said you would participate with us on being wild. Oh man! So first time. This
On
is
our
the
show.
first time on our show. Like you sitting with 3 crazy ladies and
Wild and wise ladies. Let's
Wild
not
and
throw
wise
the word
lady.
crazy around too much, please.
That's right.
Are you excited?
Yeah, I'm here. I hope I can say something today that'll make a difference in someone's life.
Yeah.
And that's always my hope when I go out and talk about my message of peace.
Okay, so for people that have never seen Prem Rawat before, it's poetry to your ears, but it's all about self and self-understanding and things like that. So for all of you that don't know, where did this journey begin of spreading the message of peace?
India, that's where I was born.
Yeah.
That's where I started. I started speaking when I was 4 years old.
You know what? Now
And,
this is just puts pressure on every other person who has a kid. Because everyone is just going to be like, you're just eating sweets.
No, well, I mean, that's something I wanted to do. And I got up, there was a big gathering. And my father was going to come and speak, but people were just scattered, just scattered all over the place. And I felt, this is not good, he's going to come and everybody's all over the place. So I got up and I sat where he sits on his chair and I started speaking. And when I did, everybody started to go, whoa, who's talking right now? It sounds like a little kid. And they all wanted to come and see, and they all gathered. And then I sent a message to my father, okay, everybody's here. You want to come out and talk to them? So that's when it started for me, just speaking about peace.
So from the age of 4, you had the gift of the gab.
I don't know, a gift of the gab. I think it's just something my heart wanted to do. It just came naturally to me. Just wanted to talk about the possibility that what they're looking for is inside of them. That whatever they think their human status is, they're much better off than that, but they don't know it, they don't understand it. This isn't like coming from my head, I hope. I really hope. I pray that I never walk on any stage behind a microphone and start talking from my head.
Yeah.
It really needs to come from my heart. It really, really needs to come from my heart. Because that's if the message doesn't come from my heart, it's coming from my head, I'm going to be confused and I'm going to confuse a lot of people. The subject of peace, the subject of being human, the subject of being alive is something that you really have to feel inside. You have to feel it in your heart. And it's not about the head.
Tell us a little bit about why you're in SA. You designed a program called the Peace Education Program, and you're here to promote that and the book and your message. Do you want to tell us a bit more about that?
I've been coming to South Africa since the 70s, and it's been on and off. Because in the 70s, when I first came, they didn't want me to do mixed meetings and so on and so forth. And I said, look, I'm not going to do that. Anybody is welcome to come. And so everybody would come. And that was against the law at that time. And I got blacklisted, so I couldn't come for quite a while to South Africa. But then the situation changed, and I started coming back. And I'm here to talk to people about same message. And a few years back, we started this peace education program. And the peace education program really started in a very simple way. It was just a way to be able to reach people who really needed help. So, in fact, its beginnings were in incarceration institutions, prisons or whatever you want to call them. And reaching those people because there they were and really not much hope. Every day you see the bars. There's the sunset, but there's the bars. You're in there. Some of them are there for 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, and it's a tough life. It really, really is a tough life. So the idea wasn't to entertain them. That wasn't the idea. It wasn't like society has said you should be incarcerated and we're coming along and making sure that everything is fine for you. No, the idea was this, that if there isn't a fundamental change in these people, they're going to come back. Because when you look at the rate of return, it's just amazing. And so what can we do to have a profound impact in their lives so they really just get out of this rut? How can a profound impact be made? So peace education program started, and University of San Antonio, Texas took notice that people who were going through this program had the least rate of return. Of all the programs that were in this one institution, the people going through the peace education program had the lowest rate of return. So that, obviously, that for him it was like bing, 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 all the alarm bells went off. What's going on here? What is so interesting about this program? Well, in fact, I went and I saw the inmates and I talked to them. And there was really a profound change in people's life. And so since then, it has just been spreading. But now it's not just limited to prisons. It's veterans are going through it, hospice are going through it, hospitals are going through it, police are going through it, army. I mean, just about every facet of society is being touched by the peace education program. And people really, the most important thing, people just really enjoy it. Just really, really enjoy it. And it is, in fact, in some of these other programs where, alcoholics and drug addicts, and they're going through these programs and just really finding a change in themselves. Because we as human beings need to be empowered. If we're not empowered and we feel that there's nothing we can do. I mean, you go out there and you talk to people. You talk to people about the problems of this world, and the first thing they will tell you is, what can I do? Because nobody feels empowered. And this is a problem in our society. People should feel empowered. That yes, whatever you do does make a difference. Whatever you do will make a difference. And so that's what peace education program is. It's really empowering people, empowering individuals on a very individual level, and where they participate, they talk about peace, what peace means to them, how they feel about peace, where peace is inside of them. Because of the human being not being in peace, there's no understanding of human dignity, there's no understanding of human beings. People are dying hungry in this world. Why? Is there a shortage of food?
No.
Absolutely not. There's no shortage of food. The amount of food that is thrown away is simply staggering how much food is actually thrown away. But why is it that these people who are dying of hunger cannot get that food? What happened to clean water? I mean, what happened to clean water? Everywhere you go, bottled water, bottled water, bottled water. Well, I was born in a generation in India where you didn't have bottled water. You had water from your tap or a well, and it was sweet, and it was wonderful, and it was clear, and all of a sudden it's like, oh no, the water has gotten contaminated. Who contaminated it? Who contaminated this water so that we can start buying bottled water? And I just want people to wake up a little bit. instead of saying, well, that's normal now, this is how just things, the way things are, there are certain things that we need as human beings. One of them that we need right away is air. We won't last very long without air. Maybe about 3 minutes. There's a rule of threes with these things. And so that needs to be clean because it is incredibly essential and important for our body to have that air. The second thing is the warmth. 3 hours and you could go into hypothermia. So the shelter that we need needs to be good. That'll keep us out of those elements.
Yeah.
That's very, very important. Then we got 3 days without food, or 3 days without water, and then, maybe 3 weeks or so without food. People have survived. So taking a look at these things, it is so important that our food, our water, our air, and our environment is there for us. Because these things are important for us. This is not a luxury. We need these to survive. We need these to live. And people are not paying attention to those things. And we're looking for prosperity. Prosperity. What is the definition of prosperity? What is the definition of peace? Well, peace is something that needs to be felt. And prosperity, is it truly objective or is it subjective? I feel prosperous. I have water, I have food, I have a place to stay. I feel prosperous. Because there are people who have everything and they don't feel prosperous. So is it objective or is it subjective? And the same thing with peace. Is it objective or is it subjective? I mean, okay, so you live on top of a mountain and you're wearing a certain color of clothes and your name is a certain way and your hair is a certain way, and so, you must be in peace. Come on, that's it? That's not peace. Peace is when you feel it. And peace is not objective, but it is subjective. And you have to feel it. You have to feel peace in your life, not just one day, but every single day.
Yeah.
Every single day.
Okay, I must be like, this must be one of your worst interviews. But how do you expect people to actually have a conversation with you when you do mic bombs, mic drops everywhere? Those are you keep having these profound and powerful speeches, and we end up having the same facial expression, what do you say next? Who am I?
But the thing is, these things are just simple.
Yeah.
They're not, out of some slab that fell off of the skies. This is just the need of a human being. That's all we're talking about.
Yeah.
I mean, this is nothing fancy. You don't have to be a rocket scientist to figure this out. We are here. There's one planet Earth. This is the planet Earth that we inhabit. We are here. I mean, things are pretty straightforward so far I'm concerned, because they have been looking for life on other planets, and they haven't really found it yet. They keep going, there might have been life here. There might have been life here. And I'm just like, okay, I know why they need to do that. They need to do that because one day this planet Earth is going to go away. And so then there is a quest for human beings to live in other planets, other surfaces, other places. But are the foundations of that future good or bad? Fundamentally, good or bad? If we cannot have peace and prosperity and human dignity on this planet right now, looking for other ones, we're going to take the same disease and supplant it in other places, at least as a simple experiment. And this is what I say. Peace will be the mankind's finest achievement. Finest. And we need to have it here. We need to have it here so that we can say to ourselves, yes, we can all live in peace, not blowing each other up.
As you know, in SA at the moment, there's a lot of distrust between
Yeah.
people, a lot of anger, a lot of frustration. How do we begin to move past that?
This is something that people are really going to have to ask themselves one simple question. And the question is, when you say move past it, that means move on. Not just past it, but move on. Move forward towards something positive, to something good.
Yes.
Do you want to do that?
Yes,
To truly want to do that?
I do. I'm hoping that everyone else does as well.
Most people don't. They're not ready to, though.
Look, to come up with an idea that I need to move forward. I need to go. I cannot stay in this situation. I cannot stay in this position. Because so far I stay in this position, I'm still being victimized by all that has taken place in the past. South Africa has one thing that is incredible, really incredible. And that asset I see is the people of South Africa. Because what they have endured is absolutely amazing. I mean, it is a testament to endurance of a human being. And if they put their mind to it, they can do anything they want with that kind of endurance, with that kind of power that they have. But I don't think that anybody is looking at empowering each other. You know, it's just distrust, distrust, distrust. You know, there is a lot of bad in this world, but there is a lot of good in this world. There is a lot of hatred in this world, and there is a lot of kindness in this world. And what we have to do is to perpetuate the kindness. What we have to do is perpetuate the good in people. You have this life. The day you were born, you have no control over it. The day you're going to die, you have no control over it. But every single day in the middle, it's yours. Make it happen, people. Make it happen. So I'm here talking about peace and all this stuff. So am I in peace all the time? No. No. Is everything perfect for me every single day? No. But you know what? Every day, I try. I try. And what's going to happen? Well, habit is something that makes something happen easily. That's what bad habits do. That's what good habits do. And if I can just form a habit to be conscious, not to waste my time, not to squander away my time, my life, this is my time. I can't give it to anybody.
Yeah.
I can't. And so it's yours, and you get to keep it. You get to do whatever with it. You can do whatever you want. You know, and I say to people, I say, look, you want to die, you want to go to heaven. I understand that. But what is wrong with making heaven right here? For us, making heaven right here.